Hey guys, what's up? It's a Raging Phoenix here, and so today I'm gonna give you the tutorial on the 3x3. So for this video, we will first see how to solve the first layer, which includes the entire top part of the cube. Once you're done with this top part of the cube, you can go to the second and then the third and then you're solved with the cube. So welcome to watch this entire series. If you have only watched this one and this is your first video out of the three, then you can be sure to watch the other two which are coming out soon. So, before we learn how to solve the cube, we need to learn the notations. This is a way to remember a set of moves by writing them down so that you don't forget algorithms, which are basically a set of moves which are repeated to do a certain function on the cube. Like, I'm going to swap these three pieces to make the cube solved. So, the first step to learn the notations. Keep one side, the face side, always on you. This should never move and should be kept here. If it moves like this, then your algorithm will be an entirely wrong thing. So, you need to keep it like this and do all your rotations. All of the centerpiece is the thing that won't move, as there will be no M moves in these algorithms. So, how does the algorithms work? They are basic, like U for an up, R for a right, L for a left, F for a front, B for a down, and A back for B. And so, how do you know whether to rotate it this way or this way? This is where prime or not prime comes. When you write a small comma on top of your letter, it marks a anti-clockwise move, which means if I'm told R prime, it means to say take the R piece which is on my right and move it anti-clockwise. If there is no comma, it means you have to move it clockwise. So with this you'll be done with the notations. So a little practice here. How will you do the notations? So F prime or not prime. So if I give you a move called F R prime and D prime. F, there is no prime in it. So F stands for front or face. So you're on the front, so you have to move the front piece, and it doesn't have a prime on it. So move it clockwise. And then it tells R prime. So I go to the right piece is this, and now you need to move it prime. So that means anti-clockwise. So I do an anti-clockwise move. I'm done with that. And the last move, which is D prime. D prime means down. So down we go. And once we are down, D prime means anti-clockwise. So we just do it anti-clockwise like this. And so we are done with this practice set of moves so that you can understand how to do the algorithms easily. So the next step is solving the cube. What do you start to do when you start solving a cube? You definitely shuffle it. So we need to first shuffle this up nice and good so that it's all ready for our solving adventure. So now that you have done this, we need to go through the first step, the daisy. So for the first step of a daisy, you need to make something that will look like this. It should look like this. It should be a flower. Once you've got this flower called a daisy, you can move on to the next thing. But first we need to know how to make the daisy in the first place. To make the daisy, you need to find the pieces with white on them, the edge pieces. These double-sided pieces are the edge piece, corner piece and center piece. So this edge piece, every edge piece you have to find with white in it. So one of them has already become one petal of the daisy. So we have found another piece. It's right over here and its white is facing the other direction from a centerpiece. So you just move it like this. So what if it is in the other direction of a centerpiece and is like this. So for that, what you do is like your first algorithm. So you keep the white facing you and you do R prime, D prime, and U2, and you're done. You've got this piece in here with no problem. So we have 3 pieces in. Now next piece. So the next piece we found is like this, as there's a daisy already here and one here. So what do you do in this case? Like you have no place to put it in. So like you want to put it in here, but there is no place to put it in. So you just remove this piece of this, get it onto the white side, do a D move, any D move, prime or not prime, and then do an R. So once you're done with that, this comes on this side. So just get it under your empty space and then do a U2. And with that, you're done with making a daisy. So once you've made a daisy, what do you do after the daisy? So after the daisy, you need to make something what's called the white cross. So for this step, you need to get a piece. Like I choose this blue white piece, and now you need to make something called as a match. So I've made a match here. It is when the center piece and the edge piece co-interact to make a blue line. This is a match. You need to find matches for every piece in this thing. So you find a match and then you just move the F side 2 times and you've got this. You're putting your first edge. So now you're done with that edge. Get your second white edge and then make a match. You're done with a match and then just do an F2 move and then you get it into place. Like this, you just keep on doing the same thing again and again, and you get matches and you make something what's called the white cross. So the white cross is when this is all matching, this is also matching, and these are matching. So all of these have to have pairs under them, a cross and pairs under them. So once you're done with this, we can move on to the next step, which is making the first layer. So once we are done with the white cross, we need to make the first layer, which is the last step of this entire tutorial. To make the first layer, we have already assembled more than half of the first layer. So now the next step is to put in the corners in the correct place. So basically, you like put a corner here which matches with all its colors, put a corner till this whole layer seems solved. So how do you do this? So pick a place where you want to put the corner. I pick this part in the first layer. So which corner goes here? The white, which is connecting to this, orange, which is connecting to this, and green, which is connecting to this. So now all you need to do is find a corner with all 3 colors. So I need to search and I found it here. So now take this corner and put it right under its place. So once it's right under its place, you do this algorithm: R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. So it is a simple algorithm R prime, D prime, R, D, which once repeated again and again and again will eventually occur in this thing where the corner is correctly put in its place, connecting the orange, the white and the green. So now that this corner is in its correct place, we need to find other corners like this one. So we need to find a place for it. It is white, orange, blue, white, orange, blue. So the place for it is this place. So once we have found the place, keep it right under the place and do the algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D. Is it correctly aligned? No. R prime, D prime, R, D. Is it there? No. R prime, D prime, R, D. So finally we have put it in its correct place and it's all solved and ready to go. So now the next step. So the next step is that you need to take this corner over here as it is the correct place for it. So now you do the same algorithm, r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d. So we are done with that, and it's in its correct place. So now with this last one, r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d. So as you see here, we are done with the entire first layer. But sometimes you may find a case like this. In this case, as you see, this corner is in its correct place but wrongly orientated. So what do you do in this? You just do the same algorithm again and again. Face the corner in your right side and then do the algorithm. R prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d r prime d prime r d. So as you see now that it's in its correct place, and like this you can solve it. Always remember, just keep on doing the same algorithm again and again till you get the corner in its correct place, correct and correctly oriented. But what if you find a case like this? There are no the corner which needs to go here is over here. How will you get that there? Can you do r prime d prime like this? No, you can't, as that will mess up most of the parts which are around which you have actually solved. So in this case, what you need to do is remove a piece from its place. So you want to put the correct piece in this place. So for this, what we do is that we remove this piece using one r prime d prime r d, r prime d prime r d. So the piece is removed out of this place and has come to the bottom. So once it's in the bottom, you have to just do the same algorithm again to put it in its right place. So once you're done with that, once it's in its bottom, you can finally then put the right piece up with the same algorithm, which will result in this. The other piece which was in the other place and was a correct piece will now be able to go back over there by doing the same algorithm. So now, like that, you have got to know all the apparent cases of the 3x3 first layer. I hope you enjoyed learning this, and smash a like. So now that you have learned the first layer, I recommend you to again and again practice the layer again and again before moving on to the second or the third layer. So keep on repeating the algorithms again and again until it's fit into your head. And remember the steps. If you Thanks for watching this video, and please like and subscribe and comment all of your doubts in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the tiny bell icon near the subscribe button after you subscribe. It will help you a lot and notify you about all of my daily uploads. So